We will discuss and take appropriate action on the Probation Department's Special Enforcement Operations Unit, SEO, and the newly proposed taser usage policy and training plans. The Board of Supervisors approved the purchase of tasers for the department and require them to share the proposed policies with us before going forward with the purchase. Chief Deputy Karen Fletcher and Deputy Director Howard Wong, proceed please with your report.
So the department never had tasers, so this will be the first time. Up and down the state, vast majority of probation departments do have tasers along with their firearms. So the taser is a less lethal option.
Can you tell us when was the last time an SEO fired their firearm?
October, approximately 3 years ago.
My concern is that we will see taser use more frequently. I don't know, I'm just making up a once a month kind of thing. In that case, it would not be an alternative to firearms. I do think that that's something that needs to be watched and monitored to make sure that this does not end up resulting in more uses of force rather than less lethal uses of force.
So we are voting explicitly on the motion of Commissioner Garcia-Leyes, seconded by Chair Carrillo, regarding the request that probation provide use of force data every time a taser is deployed within 24 hours. Okay, the motion passes unanimously.
Do they wear body-worn cameras?
Commissioner Meredith, we do not have body-worn cameras.
And one of the things that's come up in the discussions each time has been concerns that officers met ahead of time before writing their reports to get their stories straight.
But typically, the expectation is that our officers are writing their incident reports independently, and then any supplemental reports from witness officers are being submitted.
We need to take a vote on a recommendation to approve the taser policy. That's what the board has specifically requested us to do. Well, that means that with 6 commissioners present, we have 3 aye votes, 1 no vote, and 2 abstentions. I believe that means it does not pass. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So I motion to table this topic until September 8th.
Okay, that motion passes unanimously.
I appreciate the sharing of the deployment schedules for SEOs into the juvenile facilities. And a particular concern is May 3rd, where there were 26 SEOs there in the morning and 21 in the afternoon.
And so SEO actually, at my request, was brought in to kind of help us stabilize. We had so many call outs of staff across the board. And then, of course, our ongoing struggle with vacancies and leaves that we had SEO on site.
And just want to clarify if they're still being deployed 1 to 2 in Barry J specifically. And if so, why and how long do you expect that to continue? Especially given that it used to be 0 in January and February. So just trying to understand the circumstances.
They're still being deployed. Deployment from the field is still active until further notice, until the staffing stabilizes.
We have I'm supporting 2 competing goals here. One, which is I want enough staff to run programs, exactly like you said. The other is to try and not increase probation's footprint. And it does seem like the best solution is the existing staff coming to work. Now, what I'm not sure about, but you seem to be, is that we were done with that. It's not going to happen. That can't be our plan A. We need to move past that and get a plan B, which is hiring a bunch of more, DSOs to make up for the ones who aren't coming to work. And then when they do come to work, we'll just have that much more staff. But I don't feel like I'm in a position right now where I feel comfortable making that call. Is it time to give up on our current DSOs coming to work and hire some more, or is that still what we should be trying to hope will happen?
We need staff. If the staff don't show up, we can address that later. And I'll get in trouble for this if we have to fire them or whatever the decision is. But right now, we don't have enough staff.
We are working closely with DHR on disability management. We know that we have folks that are working on doctor's notes that are expired. We need to get those people back to work if they're able to get back to work. We're looking at time cards, specifically time management and how that's been going in the halls. And we're providing payroll staff other human resources staff to deploy to the sites to start to handle some of the administrative roles that were otherwise handled by operations. And they're trying to keep the kids safe. We need to take on some of that burden. So we've deployed administrative staff to do that.